Dr. Janet, how would you explain kinesiology to a third grader?
To a third grader? Well, third graders totally get it. What I do for a third grader is, third graders pretend I'm the third grader. I have them stick their arm out like this, and I'm standing over here, and I put one hand here and one hand here, and I go, okay, third grader, say, my name is Janet, and I'm going to try to push your arm down. Don't let me. And so they say, my name is Janet, and I try to move the arm, and it's solid as a rock, because that's a true statement. And then I say, okay, say my name is Garen. I go, my name is Garen, and I'll try to hold it, and it'll go weak. Now, you do it twice, and they get that there was a difference. It's a reflex test. Your body's always responding to huge amounts of stimuli and data. And in the early 1960s, Dr. George Goodhart, who was a chiropractor, discovered that when he touched different parts of the body, a muscle that had tested intact and strong might go weak. And if you let go, it might go strong again. So that began a whole study of how the body is always responding. You understand it as when a bright light goes on, your pupil contracts, and when it gets dark, your pupil gets bigger. When it's hot, you sweat. When it's cold, you shiver. When you're hungry, you eat. Those are all body stimulus response things, and they're creating an enormous amount of biological processes as well as generating energy. So we're always responding to stuff. Kinesiology, whether it's muscle response testing or whether you're using a pendulum for dowsing or copper dowsing rods, whatever people might use, you can actually detect those subtler energies that are happening all the time, and then you can understand what that means and interpret it in a way to where you can test how you're responding to things, whether they're beneficial, whether they're harmful. I mean, think about fingernails on the blackboard. Feel what your skin on your belly feels like. Pots and pans clanging together. Some styrofoam cooler squeaking in the back seat, really annoying. And now think of the sound of mockingbirds singing and babies laughing and bubbling brooks, and feel how that feels so nice. So you're always responding, and you can read that with kinesiology. Now, the way I learned kinesiology was way complicated, and it was amazing, but it was overwhelming. And what I have done in the past 35 years of using muscle response testing, I've simplified it tremendously and found a way to do it without having to have two people there. With a muscle response, you really do need two people. I know some people test themselves. I don't know how they do that, but if they get an accurate reading, then that is a muscle test. But with a pendulum, you can actually detect through the movement of the pendulum whether something is harmonious and beneficial or whether it's discordant. So I teach people how to test everything from the water they drink to the food they eat to the choices they make, whether they're going to get in that hot tub or not. Check an environment before you move into it to make sure that it's healthy. You can use it for all kinds of things, but it's a reflex test, just like hitting a hammer on the knee is a reflex test, or shining a bright light in one eye and watching what happens is a reflex test. It's informative to someone who understands what it means in really powerful ways for everyone to make more conscious choices all the time in matters big and small, every day. Way better outcome that way. And being self-reliant is, to me, the most important value that I can think of to have and to give to people. So it's like a do-it-yourself, healthy, wealthy, wise lifestyle without the guessing, because kinesiology allows you to actually measure and know what you couldn't know otherwise. Just like you can't see pathological germs with the naked eye, but if you have a microscope, you can. You can't sense the body's subtle changes maybe to eating this plate of food just by tuning into your five senses, But on a subtler level, there is a response there, and yes, you can tune into that response. Kinesiology, the study of movement of the body and what that means, because the body's always adapting and flowing in a healthy Tai Chi blended yin-yang that's healthy, or if there's jigs and jags and discordant things, those can be actually detected with kinesiology, and then you can find the perfect solution, approach to address those things, just like finding the right key that actually fits the lock, or knowing all the numbers for a combination lock. It's the coolest tool I know of. Love to teach it to you and help you use it in your own life. I don't know what I'd do without it. What do you think?
Fantastic tool. Thank you for sharing.